Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This is Eric from Tech. My ASUS ROG 5 finally arrived and here it is on my table, ready to be unboxed. This year, ASUS skipped a number and went from 3 straight to 5. Just like the number 13 is unlucky for us, the number 4 is considered unlucky in China. So let's go ahead and unbox this beast. So this model that I have here is actually the Tencent Games Edition, and this is of course the China ROM and not the global version yet. And this Tencent Games Edition doesn't come with the Aeroactive Cooler. There are other variants that have the cooler, but those are not in stock yet, so had no choice but to get this one. So this is the 12256. So let's open it up, guys. So this year there's kind of a magnet deal with the box. So you open it up like so. So it looks like a comic book once you open the box, and here you've got "For Those Who Dare." So let's check out what's inside this. Of course, you've got the arrow case and some ejector tool. See what else is in here. You've got manual, of course. This is the Tencent Games Edition, so there's no English on this. I haven't bothered reading a manual in the past couple of years, and I guess having this in Chinese won't make much of a difference for me. And of course, you've got stickers. So for those who are into applying stickers on their devices, then this is pretty good. And of course, you've got the IMEI information. Let's put those aside. Okay, you've got the phone. This is the black version. Let's see what else is in here. Okay, so you've got, from what I can tell, this is the 65-watt charger or charging brick, and you've got a braided USB-C to USB-C cable, usual, and nothing much else in the box. But you've got an extra cover here for the side ports in case you lose the one that already came with the phone. Okay, and this is the phone, guys. Alright, so as you can tell, this is the Tencent Games Edition. It says so right there on the back of the phone. Though of course it also has a Republic of Gamers established in 2006. Alright, so let's turn on the device now. The Tencent Games logo over there. So on the Chinese ROM or the Tencent Games Edition, you've only got 3 language options. Of course, I'm going to be picking English, since I can't read Chinese. Okay, so there is a mini game before you actually get into the phone. So let's try and play it. The next screen will show you a selection on which phone packaging design you've got. So in my case, this is the one I have. Pair your product box. So it does show you what to do. Okay, scan each comic grid in order to start the AR experience. So let's go to the first one. Okay, you've got the instructions of the navigation gesture, but don't really need it. And we're in the home screen, guys. So let's discuss the display on this year's ROG Phone 5. The panel that ASUS has decided to use is built by Samsung. This should mean that the black crush issue, which plagued the ROG 2 and ROG 3, will be a thing of the past. The display measures 6.78-inch diagonally with a Full HD Plus resolution of 2448 by 1080. The refresh rate is of course the same as last year's model, which maxes out at 144Hz, and this year the response time of the display is 1 millisecond, which should give you a super smooth gaming experience. On top of that, the ROG Phone 5 boasts an industry-leading 300Hz touch sampling rate and 24.3 millisecond touch latency. That would translate to every touch on the screen being registered immediately, which is especially useful for gaming. One of the main differences between the ROG Phone 5 and the ROG Phone 3 display is that this display comes with an always-on HDR technology, which actually improves non-HDR visuals on the display. And of course, the screen is protected with the toughest glass from Corning, which is the Gorilla Glass Victus, similar to what you've got on the S21 Ultra. As for brightness, the ROG Phone 5 has an 800 nits of outdoor readable brightness and a maximum of 1200 nits. Good thing here is that the display is HDR10 and HDR10 Plus certified. Now let's talk about the chipset. The ROG 5 comes equipped with the most powerful chipset from Qualcomm, and that is the Snapdragon 888. The variant I have here is the 12GB of LPDDR5 RAM and 256GB of UFS 3.1 storage. This year there's an improved System Performance Manager, and with the Aeroactive Cooler 5 attached, you can unlock X Mode Plus, which actually maximizes the performance of the phone. I'll try to get my hands on one since the model that I've got didn't have the Aeroactive Cooler out of the box. Once I have my hands on the Aeroactive Cooler 5, I'll come up with another video and do a gaming and performance test with and without the Aeroactive Cooler 5 attached. Now of course the ROG Phone 5 has a triple camera system. The main sensor is the 64 megapixel Sony IMX686 and it's a wide-angle camera. There is also a 13 megapixel ultra-wide camera that has real-time distortion correction. And the third lens is a 5 megapixel macro. Would have preferred the telephoto lens, but ASUS did say that photography was not their main focus on this phone. For us consumers, this means that we have a decent camera, but don't expect it to compete with the likes of Samsung, Apple, and probably Huawei. And as for the selfie camera, it's 24 megapixels, and as usual, I'll be coming up with a separate camera comparison test, so stay tuned to the channel. Please subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you get notified once that video is up. Now let's talk about the build and design. I've got the ROG Phone 3 here as comparison, and one of the main design differences is that you no longer have this metal cooler that you can see here on the right side and doesn't seem to be present, or it might be underneath the glass, I don't know. And of course, you've still got the RGB lighting in the back. So putting them side by side, the size is pretty much the same. I guess it's pretty much a design decision because they made it such that the ROG Phone 5 can use some of the peripherals or accessories that you bought for the ROG Phone 3, which I'll discuss later on to see which accessories are compatible with the ROG Phone 5. So similar to last year, this is an in-screen display fingerprint sensor. So let's test out the fingerprint sensor, guys. Alright, it's pretty fast. ROG Phone 3 for comparison. Fingerprint sensor was pretty fast, guys. So let's discuss the speaker and the sound system next. The ROG Phone 5 makes use of symmetrical 7-magnet dual speakers and is optimized in collaboration with audio specialist Dirac. The speakers sound really good. There is definitely bass. You can hear it from the phone. I guess I'll call it this is my favorite mobile phone speaker right now. It actually beat out the ROG Phone 3 and the ROG Phone 2, which were my previous favorites. So let's do a comparison as well here. I've got the ROG Phone 3. ROG Phone 5 speakers definitely sound better. Let me hear in the comment section down below if you agree, or you can put down what phone you think sounds better or is the best sounding mobile phone. And good news guys, the ROG Phone 5 sees the return of the headphone jack. For those who bought the ROG Phone 3 last year, it didn't come with a headphone jack, which a lot of users actually complained about. So ASUS heard you and it's now back. As for the battery is still the same 6000 mAh, similar to last year's model. So you've got the ROG Phone 2 and the ROG Phone 3. They both have 6000 mAh, but this year the battery on this phone is separated into two. So this allows for much faster charging, and as per ASUS claims, it can go from 0 to 70 in just 30 minutes. And 0 to 100 will be around 52 minutes. But of course, I'll be doing a separate charging test to see if what they claim holds to be true. As for the other features, you still have the capacitive shoulder buttons, which now supports more advanced gestures for use in gaming. The Aura RGB at the back has been redesigned, but of course it still has no useful function, aside from letting other people know while you're using the phone that this is a gaming phone. Looks pretty good guys. It is pretty different from the RGB light from last year's model. So like I said earlier in the video, I'm going to be discussing some of the accessories that you can get for the ROG Phone 5. Good news is that for those who invested in some of the accessories for the ROG Phone 3, they should be compatible with the ROG 5. One of these is the Kunai 3 gamepad, the professional dock, and the ROG clip. It's all compatible with the ROG Phone 5. Though as expected, the Aeroactive Cooler 3 will not work on the ROG Phone 5. You need to use the dedicated Aeroactive Cooler 5. And there's two other accessories that will not be supported or does not have compatibility is the TwinView Dock 3 and the Mobile Desktop Dock. Compatibility has not been considered with these two peripherals or accessories, largely due to the fact that there are poor sales, with ASUS actually claiming that they only sold around 50 units in the last 3 years, so that's not a good number. So that's it for my quick unboxing video guys. I'd like to end things here, but as usual, a sub would be massively appreciated. Please like and subscribe, hit that bell icon notification, and see you all in my next one.